What's up YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to talk about 7 causes of unintentional weight gain. So let's get started. So reason number 1 that you may be experiencing unintentional weight gain is you have undiagnosed medical issues. And this is one of the biggest things I see with my one-on-one online coaching clients that work with me at gaugegirltraining. So this includes everything from undiagnosed hyperthyroidism, which is when your metabolism becomes sluggish. This comes from depression, which is a common mental condition linked to weight gain as well as obesity. This also comes from polycystic ovarian syndrome, or PCOS, which is an imbalance of the hormones, and when left undiagnosed can cause a ton of unintentional weight gain, along with binge eating disorder. Now the next one, number 2, is you do not get enough sleep. While you may feel like being lower in energy as a result of insufficient sleep may not be that big of a deal, it may happen from time to time. However, insufficient sleep causes lots of complications, specifically with your cortisol hormones, with your stress hormones, with your dopamine responses, with your body's ability to build and recover muscle tissue and muscle mass from weight training. Sleep is so important for rebalancing and resetting your hormones. And if you are not getting sufficient sleep, it's going to drive and elevate your cortisol levels, which leads specifically to fat gain in the lower abdomen, aka hormonal belly. The next one, number 3, is you're stressed out. It is closely correlated to number 2, but being stressed out, it's far different than having a tough day at work. It's far different than having an event with your children. It's far more different than, having a debate or a fight with your spouse. Being constantly and chronically stressed out, if you're constantly in a fight or flight state, it is terrible for your body. It is going to drive your fight or flight hormones. It is going to make it nearly impossible for your body to focus on oxidizing stored body fat for fuel, because your body is going to be constantly fighting those stress hormones. So this is something that does need to be managed. And again, it may sound really simple, but lowering those stress levels in terms of getting proper exercise, in terms of processing unhealthy things in your life, is going to be crucial to battling unintentional weight gain. The number 4 reason why you're experiencing unintentional weight gain is you're eating too many calories. It sounds so simple, but if you're not in a caloric deficit, you are going to start to pack on the weight if you are at or above maintenance calories. And this is where you need to pay attention, especially this time of year, especially over the holidays. If you are drinking alcohol, if you're having processed foods and sugars and snacks and treats and things, it is so easy for these things to add up above and beyond your maintenance calories. And your maintenance calories is your basal metabolic rate plus any activity calories you partake in. For most women, it's probably around 2,000 calories, just a simple ballpark. So you want to be mindful, you want to pay attention, and you want to do the math of how much food you are consuming. Try a macro tracking app like MyFitnessPal just to see at least where your total calories are for the day, to see where those gaps are that you need to be paying closer attention to when it comes to making sure you're in a deficit. So reason number 5 is you are consuming too much sugar. Now, in 2008, they first added dietary guidelines by the FDA for how much sugar you should consume in a day, and there should be no more than 10 to 20% of your total daily carb intake. So what that means, my friends, we're talking no more than roughly 20 grams of added sugar per day. So you are going to want to start paying attention to how much sugar you are consuming. This can definitely impact your insulin levels. When your insulin levels are elevated, it is going to make it more challenging for your body to process all of those carbs and get them shuttled out of the body and stored either for muscle growth or for energy, because anything else that is not utilized for fuel will be stored as fat. So you definitely want to be mindful of that by not consuming excessive amounts of sugar. Number 6 is you have been partaking in a sedentary lifestyle. And this is one that really sneaks up on you, especially for my folks who are very busy with work. If you are career oriented, and as we know that jobs are just taking place more and more on the computer, on the laptop, on the cell phone, doing all these things, being online, being on social media, doing the things, it can be so easy to just the day slips beside you. Before you know it, it's late and you're less likely to work out. I have fallen into those ruts from time to time. I've had clients who have very high-powered careers who tend to fall into those ruts. You cannot be sedentary, and I encourage you guys to have a daily minimum step goal for at least 5,000 steps a day, just for daily movement, to make sure that you don't not move, because that is definitely going to catch up with you. And last but not least, number 7, which is yo-yo dieting. So if you find yourself teetering between eating all the things and on a diet, eating all the things on a diet, that is going to wreak havoc on your metabolism. And it's going to make it so much so that your metabolism is going to drop every single time you participate in an extreme restriction, right? So every time you have an extreme restriction followed by a massive overfeeding, your metabolism doesn't have the opportunity to catch up with all those extra calories that you start consuming, which is going to cause all of those extra calories to be stored as fat. It's going to jack things up, and you're basically even going to be beyond square one. It is going to set you back even further. So this is why it is so important to approach fat loss from a sustainable perspective, to do it slowly, to do it gradually, and to do it in a healthy way. Because my friends, the only way to lose weight safely and the fastest way is to do it slowly, because it needs to be something that you can realistically maintain. So if you need support doing that, I invite you guys to join our New Year's challenge. Enrollment closes on December 23rd. There are limited spots. We are having an insane deal with one-on-one online coaching for only $199, limited spots. So make sure you check that out. Yes, $199 coaching with me for 6 weeks during this online virtual challenge. So questions or concerns, comment below. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.